What's good, you guys? Joe T here, and this behind the scenes of Against the Rules. Let's go. Alright, wait, hold on. What's this? Okay. Alright, so Against the Rules is basically, a sarcastic way of saying like, oh, I'm sorry, is it against the rules to do that? Is it against the rules to, you know, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm sorry, like, because it goes back to the chorus line, like, oh, is it against the rules that roast you and speak my mind? Against the rules, not feeling myself looking fun. Against the rules, got you triggered. So sue me. So it's basically a sarcastic way of saying like, like, oh, okay, oh, I'm sorry. Is it against the rules for me to do that? You know what I mean? Because it's a way of like just being sarcastic with someone, you know. And this song was basically inspired by Sabrina Carpenter's "Sue Me." Yeah, that song. So because it would just involve, yeah, it was something involving, in my life to do this. So it's like, an incident where someone wanted to try me, because I said something, so I roasted them, right? I roasted something about them, spoke my mind, and then they got triggered about that. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Was it against the rules to do that? Oh, sue me? Okay, go on and sue me. You're not gonna win the case. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what, like the vibe it is. It's kind of what the vibe is going for. It's like a sarcastic vibe. You know what I mean? So like that's kind of what's clever about it. You know? Because some people they just butt hurt. It kind of goes to, I guess you can say, like, the things around the world and blah, blah, blah. It can relate to that, too. You know what I mean? Like, it can relate to, that, riots and blah, 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 and all that. And things like that goes on around the world, right? But it's mainly, a sarcastic way of how it is. Like, the song just gives, like, being sarcastic to someone. Like, just firing back. Like, oh, I'm sorry, is it against the rules to say that? Go on and sue me. Like, sue me for being too pretty tonight. Sue me for being... Alright, let me stop. I get copyright. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm feeling myself? What, you gonna sue me for that? Is it against the rules for that? So, you kind of get the gist of it, right? But yeah, anyway. So... we did the visualizer last year, or no, I think so. We think so, yeah. Where behind this mugshot and blah blah whatnot, right? What was the first scene? So the first scene, we filmed this at the park, where like I'm wearing this. So I basically use orange T-shirt, of course, as the prisoner outfit and blah blah and whatnot. And I have a phone in the prison because apparently you can have cell phones in prison. Don't ask me, ask the guards in jail or whatever. But anyway, so I know we always film at the park, but of course, different areas of the park, so it's not always the same area. But anyway, right? So I basically it was a Superman T-shirt. Okay, it was a Superman T-shirt, but I basically did it like inside out, or yeah. So I wore it like in a different way to make it look like it was an orange T-shirt and whatnot. The courtroom scene. So we couldn't really go to an actual courtroom, so we basically used a green screen. Well, I used a green screen, for the courtroom scene. So we filmed the courtroom scene at my mom's office, and to make it look like it's a courtroom scene, of course, obviously I edited it to a green screen to where it looks like, I'm in the courtroom and whatnot. My favorite part about the video is that the outfits. I will say that, This jacket I definitely wore in the video, in the scene where where I had a neighbor, having been in and whatnot. He was the security guard, mind you. So where I'm being interrogated and blah blah blah. The court make a disturbance and whatnot. I get sentenced to contempt of court, blah blah whatever, right? Because in the video, obviously I get sued for something that I didn't do, right? Even though I'm the trouble one, right? Getting sued for it, getting blamed for it, whatever, right? So, yeah. So they showed the proof. There's no proof. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you can go. You can go or whatnot. Um, and, you know, basically, with people in my videos, I just get people that I know, basically. You know, sure, will I get actors in the future? Sure, will I get actors? You know, yeah, um, but basically, you know, when you don't want to hire any actors, you basically just, you know, get people that you know. So, yeah. But hey, look, listen. It ain't from people. It ain't people on the street. So, just so you know that. This scene is the walking out the courtroom scene, supposedly. We shot this at a library because the library, it looked like the courtroom scene. You know, basically. So I did take a shot of it, a shot where I'm like, I did shoot a scene where I did shoot the place where it was the courtroom. Like, well, basically, I took a video of the court, but we didn't actually film in the courtroom. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So we shot it at the library, my local library, to where, and then I cropped it to make it look like I was walking out the courtroom. And of course, you know, this scene basically is breaking news that, oh, black teen wins $1 million lawsuit, and now he's a meme and blah blah. You know, because it kind of goes back to uh, which y'all remember that meme, the classic meme. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, that meme. So it basically goes back to, you know, that culture where like you used to get memes, be a meme off of an interview, news interview. Now you just can be a meme off of TikTok, but well, it might be in the process of getting banned, so I don't know about that. But yeah, back then, it goes back to how, oh, you used to be a meme off of a news interview, and that's kind of what the culture goes back to, if that makes sense. You know, like if y'all remember, y'all remember. Because I remember that. I remember the whole, you know, hide your kids, hide your wives. I remember those. Yeah. And all that, so. Yeah, man. So I'm walking out the courtroom like I'm a savage, like I'm a badass and shit and whatnot. And so I go up to the news and I basically, you know, fuck, I forgot. What did I say at the end of the song? Oh, wait. Excuse me. Oh yeah. I was like, guess I'm hard to ignore because you're fully grown, still petty as hell. It's a blessing that I'm making it. Still roll my eyes at you and your fines. Like, is it though? Yeah. So, the is it though line, you know, I liked it. I like the is it though line, and that's the hook. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use that as a, you know, because I'm like looking at your legal disputes. Like, is it though? Like, is it like? Come on, like, is it though? Like, really? Because let's be real. The only crime scene that I make is being a rebel and coming back at these fucking haters. That's the only crime scene that I made, you know, and whatnot. So, anyway, so like I said, I was wearing that white shirt, right? The white shirt in the video that I was wearing, the white button shirt. Mind you, it was so hot that day. It was so hot, but I had to do it for the video. You know, I had to do it for the video, right? So, mind you, next thing you know, I get a nosebleed. And I'm like, no, I can't let it be on the shirt because I was still wearing the white shirt. And I am, mind you, it was the day where I had to film this and get this out of the way. Film this scene and get it out of the way, bro. So, you know, I'm going in the bathroom. Of course, I'm putting tampons in my nose, tissues, and blah, blah. You know, I'm up like this just to clear up the blood, right? And I'm trying to, you know, unbutton the shirt while I'm doing this. I'm like, nah, I need to do this. Don't fuck up my shirt. Don't be fucking up my shirt, bro. Don't be fucking it up. You know? So I take it off. You know, all that. Mind you. Listen, one thing I hate about nosebleeds is that it's a bloodbath. If you get blood all over your bathroom, you have to clean up that shit, which fucking sucks. Yeah. I looked on the shirt. It wasn't stained. It wasn't, you know, anything. Thank God. But the universe was trying me on that day. But I said no. I said, hell no. You're not doing this while I'm about to film this scene. That's what you're not going to do. And so, and this was, mind you, so this was the short version because, mind you, I was filming like so many scenes. Like, I was filming so many scenes to where this song had to be a short version because I had a lot of other scenes to film, and I was like you know, I was like tired and whatnot, and and a lot. Listen, it takes a lot, filming, getting props, and all that stuff and whatnot. It takes a lot. And basically, I won the case, and that's the story. That's what happens. But yeah, that is it. That is the behind the scenes of Against the Rules. Song is out. Visualizer, whatever. I mean, that's out. Go check it out. And yeah, that's it. See you later.